All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the very first day of my free masterclass. So I just want to give a few moments for you to have a chance to find me. I am using the streaming platform called StreamYard. I do want to let you know you do not have to sign up for a StreamYard account to be able to kind of tune in and watch this masterclass. However, Facebook has a kind of this privacy clause that says, you have to give permission to post your name. So on my end, it says that you are a Facebook user. So if you want to include your first name, if you're asking a question or you're responding, I can refer to you by your name. You can just post that in the comment section. You do not have to sign up for a StreamYard account. But on YouTube, you don't have to sign up for an account and your name will show up. So I'm welcoming everyone. Hi, Jasmine. Hello with another call in from YouTube. Good morning, Roxanne. Good morning, Lena. So I see that you are all starting to find me. Hi, Dorothy. So we're going to take just a moment to get started. I want to know where are you calling in from, tuning in from? What are you drinking? It's morning time here in the Pacific Northwest where I live, so I'm definitely having my coffee and my favorite mermaid cup. Hello, Elaine and Jennifer. Hello, Facebook users that are popping on. So I'm super excited to see you all. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. First and foremost, I want to let you know, as I said, in StreamYard, you do not have to sign up for an account to be able to watch this masterclass. It just gives permission to post your name. It won't post your name, but you can still watch me live. So I just want to encourage all of you, this is a class. So really tune into the type of learner that you are. I'm a visual learner. I like to doodle and make notes on a piece of paper while I'm listening. If you're an auditory learner, you will tend to not want any distractions, or maybe you're a feeler, you're not going to want any distractions. So you might not want that paper and pencil. But if you do, go ahead and take a moment, run, go get that paper, so that you can start to make notes during this call. But no worries, because over the next 3 days, I'm recording every single one of these teachings, and the replay will be available for the next 10 days. So you will be able to go back and listen to it again and again. So hello, Nicole. We've got people joining in live from Facebook, and sorry, I'm looking around my microphone. Let me know if you can hear me okay and see me okay, and then I can go ahead and get started. So hi, Jasmine, and from Tacoma. You're very welcome for me offering this class. I try to offer this class once a year. It's a great reminder, especially during these difficult times, how to connect with intuition. Because as far as I'm concerned, I think everyone in the world really wants to get in touch with their intuition. So you're going to be hearing me over the next 3 days talk about why. So, wow, Southern Germany. Hi from checking in. Someone's drinking some warm water with a shot of apple cider vinegar. That's awesome. All right. Yes, grand awakening to the soul sisters. So come on in, come on in, come on in. All right. So this is day one. I just want to stress that, of my free 3-day masterclass on how to connect with your intuition during difficult times. The number one mistake that I see most people making that keeps them from taking their intuitive power back from stressful anxiety is that they try to overthink it. You try to overthink it. You try to think yourself out of it. When it comes to getting your intuitive power back and creating what you really want in your career and in your personal life, conventional wisdom will always tell you, if you just think more, if you make more notes, If you write sheets of paper, how many have done this? Can you relate, where you put pro on one side and the cons on the other side? And then the con list seems really, really long, but you have this sense that maybe you're supposed to choose the pro answer, even though the list is shorter. We've all done that. Reading self-help books or phoning your friends and asking for advice. That can be the normal standard way that we try to get our answers as we move through life. But unfortunately, doing it this way can lead to feeling even um, more powerless, more anxious, irritated, and annoyed. And my number one is just frustration, where you just feel like you just have to throw everything down. I'm so frustrated, that you just feel so stuck that you can't move forward in life. Hello from Texas and Pennsylvania. Hello, good morning, Deborah. Hi, drinking a cup of cocoa. All right. So can you relate to what I'm saying? Can you relate? Go ahead and put a little comment in the comment section if you can relate to that. So I am going through my notes so I can really stay on track, because this topic that I'm talking about, I have so much passion about it that, I could go on for a couple of hours. So I'm going to really try to stay on track for you all today. Jennifer saying, that's my favorite game, writing a pros and cons list. So again, I know what it's like personally to feel powerless, to feel anxious, and to feel like I just can't move one more step. But the one thing that you're going to learn about me is that I've been doing this work for so long that I know what works. I've distilled this down to a three-step method to really help you kind of get back on track again, get moving forward in that kind of centered, calm way, so that you can get back to making those decisions in your own life. Over the past 28 years, I've helped thousands of people around the world break free from anxiety, get the clarity and confidence that they need to create the life that you desire. Does that sound like something that sounds possible and exciting for you? So in this masterclass, the reason why I do these is because I really want to help you also be able to get back on what I kind of call that intuitive track, where you can hear beyond the noise in the room, beyond the noise in your life, that you can still hear your intuitive guidance that can help you with that confidence and clarity to move forward. So my name is Nancy Rebecca with Intuitive Mind. I'm a registered nurse. I'm laughing because I'm having to look at my notes, you guys. I have to look at my notes to see what my name is. So anyway, my name is Nancy Rebecca. I am a registered nurse. I spent 25 years in a hospital clinical career in intensive care. And then for the last 8 years of that career, I spent as a hospice nurse, where I was a case manager at the bedside of your loved ones who were in various stages of letting go of this life. It was during that time when I was a hospice nurse is what I call my down on my knees moment, where I went into my bedroom, closed the door, I hit the lock button. I got down on my knees because I thought that I had to be on my knees to be able to pray. I didn't even know what prayer was. I didn't even know how to do it. I remember I clasped my hands together and the tears were just streaming down my face because I was so stressed that I didn't know how I was going to move forward in life. So you see, I had 3 of my own family members dying at the same time all within a 6-month period of time. So now you can imagine, as a nurse, I'm at the bedside during the day with your loved ones all day long. I would come home, I would change clothes, and then I would go to care for my loved ones in the evening, only to fall exhausted in the bed, highly stressed out. I'm not sleeping, only to get up the next morning and do it all over again. However, not only that, I had 2 pre-teenagers, I had a dog, I had a husband, and all of them were relying on me to keep it together. Can you relate to this? Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. I was always misreliable on everything, and now I couldn't even rely on myself. So when I reached out to in that prayerful moment, I didn't really feel or experience that anything happened. I just kind of dried my tears and and walked out of the room and kept my little prayer session quiet from anybody. Because you see, I didn't want anybody to know that I wasn't keeping it together. But what I know now that I didn't know then is that my prayers were answered in the form of these little intuitive hits. Now, see if you can relate to this. So, one of the intuitive hits that I had was I thought, I'm going to go to a bookstore and see if I can find a book. Remember the self-help books. I'm going to see if I can find a book that can help me to get back into the driver's seat of my life and being old, faithful, reliable again to my family and to my patients and to my own family members who were dying. When I got there, it was almost like this book kind of stood out on the shelf. It's almost like it fell at my feet. Can any of you relate to that type of intuitive moment where, no, you don't hear spirit say, get this book. You don't see an image of the book. You don't feel the book. But if you just go to the bookstore, the book revealed itself. It was a small, little, tiny book on how to meditate. Now, you have to remember, this was in 1994. I didn't know anybody that meditated. I had only seen meditation on television. And I most certainly was pretty frightened of it, like most people were back in 1994. So I took my little book home and I placed it on the bookshelf far behind all the other books because I didn't want my husband to find this meditation book. Oh my gosh, when I think back now, it's just like a different lifetime and a different world. So I got the book out and I went through the first chapter. And in reading that book, and then once I went to bed, I did everything that it said in the book, like light the candle, dim the lights in the room, put some soft meditative music on. I'm like, and what else did it ask? Oh, breathe, right? It's like, we're going to take that deep breath in, deep cleansing breath, and we're going to exhale. We're going to take that in to relax. I probably gave it a good 5 minutes because I thought, this is a bit strange. I felt a little bit strange. But to kind of fast forward, I did go to bed. I did have this kind of expansive light came through. And then suddenly I felt highly intuitive. I was getting intuitive guidance along the way to help me over the next few months of my journey. Part of that guidance was getting the tools that I needed to be able to heal. So the first thing I learned how to do was ground. That's going to be the method step number 1. I learned how to ground. And so I'm going to take you through that today. But once I learned how to ground, within minutes, my stress and my anxiety was 100% gone. And I'm not exaggerating this. It was 100% gone. And you have to understand, here I am, this intensive care hospice nurse. I'd been through nursing school. I'd worked with doctors and nurses. I never knew that there was a possibility that you could sit within the quiet of yourself, ground, and allow your intuitive guidance to override fear, anxiety, frustration, stress, and depression. So within minutes, I said, I want to teach this. I want to spread this to whoever wants to hear this method, hear how this works to eliminate the stress in their own life. So you all who are listening, you get the result of that 28 years later of my experience. I did leave my nursing job in 2020, in the year 2000. And I'd been doing it kind of on the side. I've been going to hospitals and clinics to teach it. But then I've been working with thousands of people since then. And that's why I know what works. I've distilled it down. But now I'm a good intuitive. I'm pretty accurate in my psychic ability. But about a year into the COVID pandemic, I had what I call this full-blown panic attack. But at the time, there was this sense of impending doom. And I know that some of you that are tuned in today can relate to that. So that sense of impending doom, I didn't know if I was in danger. I didn't know if my family was in danger, but it felt like something terrible, really terrible was going to happen. In that moment, I had no connection to my intuition, to any of my abilities. It's like, you're going to die, so get prepared. It was like that was the only message that could come through. So I had to rely on my friends and those close to me to say, is everything okay in life? And they're like, everything's okay. You're okay. They kept having to tell me, you're okay. Now, the reason why I share this story with you, because it shocked me after knowing what to do for 28 years, I could not think my way out of this. I went to the doctors. I went to a couple of doctors and they're like, there's nothing wrong with you. So I went back to my 3-step method that I'm going to teach you over the next 3 days. And I got a handle on it again very quickly. That doesn't mean that it didn't get triggered again the next day or 2 days later, but I just kept going back to this 3-step method that I'm going to teach you over the next 3 days. And eventually, it didn't take long, maybe a little over a week, where it remained energetically stable and I was no longer getting triggered. All right, so let's get started. I want to talk a little bit about what's going to happen over the next 3 days. I'm going to teach you my 3-step method. I'm always going to come on here at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I know there's people tuning in from all around the world. I know there's some of you that need to work and you've got to tend to your own families. So please know I'm recording this so you can always listen to the replay. It will be up for 10 days if you didn't hear me say that before. But this is the other thing. I'm going to give you an action step at the very end of this teaching. And from that action step, we're going to post, you'll either on the YouTube Live or post on the Facebook Intuition with Precision page. There'll be a little post there for you to post your action steps underneath. Every day, we're going to give a prize when you do that action step. So I know that there's going to be a lot of you doing the action step, but those who do all 3 days of every day, your name's going to be drawn out of a bowl and you're going to get a free mini reading with me. So that's the prize that I'm going to be giving away each day. So you'll definitely want to be doing the action steps. But then this is the other thing. There's going to be a grand prize at the end of the 3 days. So you have a chance to win the individual mini reading with me, where I will record it and send it to your email. But you'll be able to either ask a question or you'll be able to say, hey, Nancy, I just want to know what my spirit, what kind of messages my spirit has for me. So either way, we can do that. That'll be your choice. But after the 3 days of the masterclass, for those who've been doing the exercises, action steps every single day, we're going to have a huge major prize. And that one's going to be a full uh, scholarship for my Psychic Mastery 1 program. So if you are not familiar with that program, you can go back to intuitivemind.org. You can click on Psychic Mastery 1. You can read all about it. So that's pretty huge. That's pretty exciting. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end. All right. So getting started. You are intuitive. Write this on your piece of paper. I am intuitive. I might as well get used to it. You know why? Because everyone is intuitive. Every single person on the planet has intuitive ability. It's that those unseen, unknowable, unseeable impressions that you get to know what the intuitive next steps to take, how to override any kind of anxiety, doubt, paralyzing second guessing. It's going to help you to override that. Grounding is your reality. So this is what I'm going to teach you this very first day. Grounding is your reality that will take you instantly from any chaos that you might be having in life to greater clarity. You see, your physical body loves routine. So here I'm going to put on my nurse hat. I am a psychic, but I'm also a nurse, and I also am really all about the spirit and the body working in tandem together. Yeah, that sixth sense is that intuitive sense. Your body loves comfort, your body loves routine. So let me share with you how your body talks to you. It's going to make a lot of sense. If you're hungry, you're going to feel hungry. Your stomach might gurgle. That's the way your body tells you, hey, I need something to eat. Your body may have, I said the hunger pains. If you're tired, your body might yawn, your eyes start to drift off, you feel like sleep's upon you, you need to curl up on the couch and take a nap or go climb into bed. So your body's going to indicate that you need sleep. If you're cold, your body's going to shiver, which is going to give you that message, hey, get a blanket, wrap up in the blanket. If your body is hurting, it's going to send you the signals of pain. And all those are the ways that your body communicates to you. Now, when your body is stressed, your human self is stressed, you can feel overwhelmed. Anxiety, panic, fear, depression are all the ways that your body is trying to communicate to you that something is, physically, emotionally, and mentally wrong. Now, remember when I had my full-blown panic attack? Nothing was wrong. Nothing ever happened. There was no impending doom. There was no kind of craziness. There was no one in my family that was sick. Nobody was going to get hurt. But there were some bigger global things that were happening. And my senses, that's what I was feeling. And so for those of you who are empaths who feel overwhelmed with feeling things, I'm an energetic empath, and I was feeling events that were happening, I think, it's my opinion, in other places in the world. But my body was trying to tell me, hey, listen up, pay attention. Intuition is taking it to the next level. You are here in this free masterclass to learn how you can really start to level up your capacity to live the life that you want to live. Often we think, intuition is just a fun thing on the side, like a little weekend playtime with your friends, but it's not. It's more than a practical tool to help guide you. But not only that, as a nurse, is where I'm speaking, it's like to feel better, to feel good. You deserve to feel happy. You deserve to feel alive. You deserve to express the fullness of your personality without feeling like, oh, that was dumb, or somebody's going to criticize me, or anything like that. It's just like, who wants to feel normal? It's like, who wants to feel normal? And I've been teaching intuitive psychic development for a long time. And yeah, it's fun to learn those things. But I will tell you, after working with thousands of people, people just want to feel like themselves, no matter what's going on, to feel comfortable, no matter what situation that they're in. So we'll get to that. So let's see here. All right. So your spirit, now we're going to get to the good stuff, because you're going to be using this for the next 3 days. You have a soul. If you didn't know that, please let me share that with you. And I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to be flip. Because in 1994, when I went through that door and I locked it and I got down on my knees and I clasped my hands together and I was praying, I was pretending like I knew how to pray to a God that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know I was a spirit. I thought I was simply a human being fumbling along in life, not very well, by the way. I was failing miserably at fumbling along in life. But once I learned that I was a spirit, that I was a soul, that the light of the divine filled every aspect of my being, that's when I wanted to share that with everyone. So let me tell you how your spirit communicates with you. It uses intuition. So your higher self will give you intuitive imprints. You've heard me share a few examples in this call, give you intuitive imprints to help show you the messages, the signpost along the way about what direction you want to go, what clear decisions that you want to make, or even better than that, what boundaries need to be set, not only with yourself, but with those around you. Your intuition can guide you in all of those ways. Your spirit, this is the difference. Your body loves routine. Your body loves to stay comfortable. Your body loves kind of traditional, reliable ways of seeing the world unfold. Your spirit, on the other hand, loves to mix it up, loves to change things, to make life more exciting, loves to be playful, to be imaginative. Your spirit is going to say, hey, it's going to elbow you and say, hey, get off the couch. Let's go have some fun. I always say, you're either going to listen to your spirit, or things are going to happen and unfold in your life where your spirit's going to get your attention. How do I know this? Because in 1994, that's what happened to me. I probably had 5 years of not listening to those little hits. And then my spirit finally came through and said, okay, let's see if you can hear this. And it most certainly got my attention. So why do I share with you that your spirit loves to express the beauty of your own soul through playful imagination? Because that's what we're going to do today. We're going to mix it up a bit. You're going to learn how to play with your intuition. There's 2 things I want you to know. If you lean more towards depression, most of your essence, your light is going to be in the past, trying to figure out why things in your past happened the way they happened. You're not going to be able to figure it out because you're living in the present moment. You're a whole different person. You're not going to be able to see it from the same way. But if you have a tendency towards depression, most of your energy is in the past. Anxiety, if you lean more towards anxiety, most of your essence, your energy is in the future. And some people feel depressed and anxious. That means your light is in the present, in the past, or in the future. But where is it not? It's not in this present moment. So that's going to be a little tip we're going to practice today. So let me take a look at my notes. And all right, we've got time. So I'm going to guide you through a meditation to be able to ground your energy field to the center of the earth. So that's going to be the goal. Intention is everything. So write down the word intention, because intention means you have a thought and action follows. Intention is you have a thought and action follows. Let's do some really simple ones. I intend, as soon as I read this last chapter of the book, I'm going to go wash the dishes. So if you set that intention, what happens at the end of the chapter, go ahead and close that book, you stand up, and that energy moves you towards that sink of dirty dishes to wash them. So intention is, I'm going to dress up tomorrow to go to work in a different way. You set your intention. You wake up that next morning a little more uplifted because you've laid out some clothes and you want to dress a little nicer. So we can set intention for normal day-to-day activities. I'm going to intend to communicate with my 2-year-old in a gentler, calmer way. I'm not going to lose my head. You can set that intention, and then the next time you're engaging with your 2-year-old, you will find that you'll be able to talk calmer, in a calmer way, not lose yourself. That might not last forever, but your intention will kind of help you to anchor in. So now you're going to, in this meditation, intend to ground to the center of the earth. Now we know that a tree has a root system. You also know that plants and grass have a root system to ground themselves. A mountain can be very grounded, where we can see the mountain above, but you don't always see the intense grounding of the mountain below. So I could have you play with roots in a tree, but remember, today we're learning in day 1, grounding is your reality. Your spirit loves to play, be creative, have fun, laugh, and totally imagine and fake it till you make it kind of way. It makes your spirit giddy. So you can ask your spirit for an image that's going to help you ground to the center of the earth. And then we're just going to run a little bit of energy through our energy field to just help that grounding. You're going to set your intention for the day as you get ready to take off into your own activities. And you're going to come into what I call the present moment. So I'll have you remind yourself of the date you're listening or watching the replay and how old you are. All right, is everybody ready? Yes, someone on Facebook. I love my routines. I had to learn to love routine. I was a fly by the seat of my pants, build the plane on the way off the cliff kind of person. So you can tell why my spirit needed to get my attention, because my body wanted some routine. All right, great, Jasmine. Catch the replay later. Enjoy getting your kids off to school. All right. So if everyone will go ahead and close your eyes for we're just going to take a few moments to learn method number 1. Intuitive method number 1. Grounding is your reality. So I want you to close your eyes, and I'm saying turn within, because it is human nature to always be looking outside of ourselves. So in this moment, just for this moment, set your intention that you're going to take your energy off the outer world right now, and you're going to turn it inward to that nice inner quiet place inside of you. As you move your attention inward, do a little assessment. I'm a nurse, I love assessments, but I want you to scan on the inside. I want you to scan your body from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. And these are the things I want you to look for. Are you feeling any body pain anywhere in your body? Your neck, your shoulders, maybe your hips, your legs, your feet. Maybe you've got a slight headache. I want you to scan for, are you feeling a little nervous or anxious? Or maybe you can even feel your spirit kind of getting giddy about being able to try something new. Notice what you notice, sense what you sense. And then tell your body, it's like, hey, look, I know you love routine, and I know that you like to just stay in your comfort zone, but something's got to give. I just can't stay in this place anymore. I feel like I need to move in life. So ask your body, say, hey, I'd really appreciate if you would cooperate in doing something different today, cooperate in this meditation. So just have a little chat with your own body. Nice. I can feel everyone's bodies calming just by acknowledging it. So now let's shift and say hello to your own spirit. Did you know that you have an inner voice that is connected directly to your spirit? Did you know that you have an aspect of you that's called your higher wise self? So right now, just say hello to your higher self, your higher soul self. And see if you can sense your spirit, that light that you hold within you. Let's see if you can experience your own spirit greeting you back. You might feel it, or you might hear a sound from your spirit. You may hear a song. You might hear bells. Sometimes people hear angels, kind of this angelic singing in the background. Some people see colors shifting, or they'll see a bright light behind their eyes. And some of you may not experience anything, but you just know and you have faith and you trust that your higher wise self is there to support you. Let your spirit know. I've worked with thousands of students, and did you know that many of them tell me they had forgotten how to play with their imagination like they did when they were a child? So ask your higher wise self to help you play with that childlike wonderment through imagination and play. Ask your spirit to help you with that. Hello to those of you who are just hopping on. You can just join right in with us in this meditation and listen to the replay later. So now you've asked your spirit to help you to kind of pull out of the box your childlike wonder and playful imagination. So now, if you could imagine any type of image that's going to be a grounding force that's just right and unique for you, what would that image be? Now, you could always rely on a tree with roots, deep, deep roots, but you can also play with a waterfall or rainbow or crystals or mountains. You can even have a barrel of monkeys be your grounding, or salmon or dolphins or whales or mermaids or unicorns. Or it can be a simple steel beam. But whatever imagination shows you, I want you to imagine and pretend that that grounding image is going to go down around the area of your belly button, your hips. It's going to energetically connect there. Go ahead and just pretend like, hey, I can do this, like riding a bike. And now imagine that your grounding, that image, is passing through the seat of the chair, or if you're sitting on the floor of the room, or if you're laying in the bed, through the bed and the floor. Through the foundation of the building that you are in. Method number one. Always start with method number one. Grounding is your reality. Now allow your grounding to move right through the earth's crust. And sense if you can feel the magnetic core, like gravity is starting to pull gently at your grounding. You can relax, you can rest, because gravity has taken over. Gravity is pulling that unseen force of energy that's connected to your aura and your body deeper and deeper and deeper, until you just know you are at the magnetic core of the earth. And then you're going to have your spirit show you another image to wrap around the core of the earth to stabilize your grounding. When you are well grounded within yourself, it's not so easy to be doubtful. It's not so easy to be irritated and frustrated. It's not so easy to be anxious or depressed. So now remind yourself of how old you are. Remember, we're going to come fully into the present moment. How old are you now in this moment? And what is today's date? You're setting your intention. If any of your essence is in the past, you want it to come fully into this present moment now. State the date. If any of your essence is anxious in the future, Call your spiritual light all the way into this present moment. State the date again. Now remember when you did that assessment, if you're feeling any pain, tension, contraction, anxiety, we're going to take about 20 seconds of quiet as you go, oh, my right shoulder hurts. I'm going to drop that right shoulder pain down my grounding. Oh, I've got a bit of a headache, pressure on my forehead. I'm going to drop that down my grounding. I'm really worried about my kids. You're going to drop that worry down your grounding. So let's take 20 seconds of silence as you continue to ground and release, because grounding is your reality. Nice, nice. Now, we're going to pretend that earth energy could come up through your legs and into your body up to the navel, and then it's going to flow like a waterfall back down to the center of the earth. So, with your eyes closed, imagine that you can open up the energy centers in your feet and then just set the intention that you would love the comfort, nourishing flow of earth energy available to you now. Ask for it to float up through your feet. Start infusing your ankles, dissolving any energy blocks in your legs. Through your knees, your thighs. There you go. You're doing it. Up through your hips. In the navel area is your emotional survival chakra. So you're just rinsing through with that earth energy, and then let it just flow all the way back down to the center of the earth. So let's take 10 seconds as you allow the flow of earth energy to come up through your legs, into your pelvis, and back down your grounding, dissolving any tension, stress, anxiety, or depression. Nice, nice. Now intend that your groundings, you're going to stay well grounded all day today. Intend that you've got this nice flow of earth energy that's going to continue to flow all day. And now let's go imagine above your head, remember your higher wise self. Ask that this column of golden light come from the cosmos. It's called cosmic energy, to blend with your higher self, your higher wise self, and then just allow it to flow through the top of your head, filling up your aura, rinsing through your body. And we're going to just take about 30 seconds of quiet as you allow this golden healing light to flow through you, melting away old, outdated energy. Remind yourself of how old you are, and remind yourself of today's date. Just before we finish up, I'm going to ask you a few questions to tune in to your own sensitivity. Are you feeling sensations? Ask yourself, am I feeling any sensations in my body? Am I feeling the flow of energy? And no is an answer. So it's like, yep, I'm feeling it. Nope, I'm not feeling it. It's not right or wrong. Next, are you hearing anything? Sometimes I'll hear things like a crackling fire, like Rice Krispies or a buzzing bee. Sometimes I'll hear just my own voice or a popular song on the radio. So right now, do you hear anything as you are tapped in to your intuitive sensitivities? And remember, no is an answer. It's just a way to check in. All right, how about see? Do you see anything? Do you see colors? Most people may see a change in colors, not everyone. Some people will see images, pictures, symbols. Some people see sacred geometry. But again, some people, a lot of people, as a matter of fact, don't see anything. But right now, just tune in. What do you see? And then the other intuitive ability is know. What do you know? And that can be one of the toughest ones because you just know, but you don't know how you know. So, what do you know about the flow of your energy field right now? I thought I heard somebody say, not a lot. Very normal. So, let's go ahead and take just a nanosecond to thank your body for all the ways that it supports you, even though you don't always know what your body needs. You don't always understand what it's trying to say. Just thank your body. Thank your higher self for the wisdom it provides you in life, even if you don't always hear it or listen to it or even know that it's there. And then set your intention for what kind of day you want to have. Do you want it to be uplifting? Do you want to feel inspired or curious or creative? Do you want to feel happy, like skipping down the street? Do you just want to be clear, expansive? Whatever it is that you want, set your intention for your day. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes and start to move your body around. Ah, there you go. So if you could come up with one word to describe the experience that you had with my revolutionary, because it is revolutionary. We are living during revolutionary times. In medicine, I just know we're going to be moving through with quantum vibrational frequency in medicine. We're going to find ways just like this to help you to feel alive and feel more like yourself. And so just one word, put in the comment section, whether you're tuning in from YouTube or Facebook, about what your experience was like. Day one, revolutionary method number one. You are intuitive, so you might as well just accept it. And grounding helps ground you truly into your reality. Nice. Centered, bliss, powerful, calming, and alignment. Calming awareness, a lot of calm, present, alive, energetic rush, cleansing, connected, presence, shimmering energy, reassuring. I love that. Relaxed. The question is, does the flow of the golden light only go downward or both up and down? Opening. So you have your earth energy that can come up and it can be golden. And you have the cosmic energy that can go down. It can be golden, but it can also be cosmic, can be green or blue, any other color. We're just working with gold today. So trust the flow for you, Emily. Jabanti said very clearly, showed a beam of light. Nora, intention, to think about intention and intuition. Beautiful, safe. I love that, Julie. That was really important to me to always, and still is, to feel safe. All right, we are about ready to finish up our call here. So here, just to let you know, tomorrow, Masterclass Day 2. Again, it's free for everyone. You can invite your friends to join the Intuition with Precision page. They can listen to Day 1. They can jump in on Day 2. They can jump in on Day 3. Tomorrow is a really fun one of the revolutionary technique. Step number 2 is who's driving your car. I will tell you, this consistently blows people's mind. So you're always going to ground first. You're going to see if you are driving your car. And then on Day 3, you're going to learn a chakra shift, secret chakra shifting technique to quickly get you from that chaos to clarity, from that chaos, anxious, anxiety to calm. Remember, so Kathy, my office manager, partner in crime here in Intuitive Mind, is going to post place action step under here. So here's the homework assignment. It's going to be fun. It's not academic at all. It's very experiential. I want each of you to ground in 3 different places and then come back and write in what those 3 different places felt like to ground in. Now, if you're more homebound or you've got kids you got to watch out and you can't get out of the house, you can ground in the living room, you can ground in the bathroom, you can ground in the backyard, you can ground in your car. So those are 3 kind of simple places where you can ground, come back and write about it. But it can be a lot of fun to, you've grounded at your house, that's one. You go ground at the grocery store, ground at the library, ground at work, but then come back and write down the 3 different places that you grounded and what your experience was with all 3. And then remember, coming back tomorrow, first thing in the morning, we're going to announce who will be the first one to have your name drawn for a mini reading with me. And then also the 3 days of exercises will go for the larger scholarship. That, yes, it's a beautiful scholarship. So let me just read. Oh, we will post. Okay, thank you for posting on YouTube exactly how it's going to work on YouTube for those who are not on Facebook. All right, everybody, I thoroughly enjoyed working with you. Don't worry, Angie. Kathy will just keep tapping in and chatting with you to let you know. We'll make sure that we get your answers in. And so have an awesome day grounding everywhere you go to allow your own spirit to teach you that grounding is your reality. And you are intuitive, so you just might as well get used to it. All right, thanks everyone. I'll see you tomorrow morning, and I'm going to be reading every single one of your homework assignments. I'm going to love it. All right, take care. Bye-bye.